It's time to have an uncomfortable conversation here. What purpose does the ARCA Racing Series serve anymore? Like, genuinely. It's gotten ridiculous, and it needs to be completely restructured. At the very least, I don't think ARCA should be racing in Daytona or Talladega anymore. For a NASCAR that's so concerned with cost cutting, remember, they own ARCA now. Bought them up, merged it with the K&N Pro Series. We thought that would make ARCA a lot better. It's actually made it even worse. And it is just such a disaster for so many different reasons. And for NASCAR that's so concerned with cost cutting again, with the way things have gone, instead of cutting out practice sessions for the Cup Series, how about you cut down on the amount of ARCA races at big tracks where you know there's going to be a ton of damaged cars that are going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's gotten so ridiculous that you've got NASCAR drivers who have been brainwashed into thinking practice doesn't mean anything. Christopher Bell saying he doesn't understand why there's Daytona 500 practice. And I don't personally blame him because he has not had a regular practice session since the first 4 races of his Cup career before COVID in 2020. But invest in practice instead of all of this ARCA racing. That's horrible. I mean, Amber Balkan is running in a highly funded ride that has top 15 mechanical speed, and she should not be on the track. There are many other drivers that are the same. We make jokes about when we went to Pocono and witnessed the ARCA race in person, and that horrible pit stop with Charles Buchanan where they only brought out 3 tires and they had people going over the wall that weren't even in fire suits. And listen, I understand the family business and the lineage with some of these smaller ARCA teams, but the big teams that can actually compete like Venturini and Joe Gibbs are tending to put drivers in these cars that aren't even good. And we're not even seeing it as much of a development series. When you look at the Cup Series field right now, how many of them actually used ARCA as part of their development as a full-timer? Besides like Ty Gibbs and Chase Briscoe, there's not many from the last few years. And then you compound that with the fact that last year, the 2 best drivers in ARCA by far, Zilich and Sawalich, didn't even race full-time, so it didn't even really feel like there was a championship battle happening. And this race, so much stopping and starting, and I'm not even going to get into the broadcast coverage with Fox right now. Literally having Garrett Mitchell in the field was the highlight of it all.